What happens when a creature that's outlived the dinosaurs meets modern life in a fast-changing place like Turkey? Welcome to Dalyan, Turtle Town. Buses, tourists, lots of them, mean big business both here and abroad. And the tourists come here partly because of the turtles. Fact or fantasy? Fact or fiction? This is a rare Nile soft-shelled river turtle with a damaged flipper. You can see why. Tourist boats now far outnumber fishing boats. They bring thousands of tourists a year to see the ancient Lycian tombs. And what do they get for their money? Music, lunch, maybe a turtle. This couple will tell us later. They pass wild reed beds, go through a fish trap, perhaps getting a glimpse of a freshwater turtle. But most of them want to see a sea turtle. Like that one, such a popular icon. Here's their chance, a fishing boat.
Whoa, look.
What was it?
They provide bait. And not just fish.
Hey, come back!
This sea turtle is tempted by the crab on a line.
Very dangerous.
This crab can break your finger, very strong.
But do they think of the risk to the turtle, or that this may alter their normal behaviour? It's money for the locals, and the tourists get what they've paid for. There's certainly money in these turtles.
Wow! Oh, she's out and I can't see.
Yes.
Yes, good. Yes.
Wow!
Double, two. Double.
The turtle feeding takes place behind the beautiful Iztuzu beach, downriver from the turtle town of Dalyan. This combination of freshwater wetland and undeveloped beach is special and rare, not only in Turkey but throughout the Mediterranean. But it took a long and much publicised battle to keep it this way. If German developers had got their way, this turtle beach would become just now another tourist beach. But this time the turtles won. Now you are politely told how to behave, and most people cooperate because they want the turtles to succeed. Don't go on the beach at night, because that's when the females come ashore to lay their eggs. Keep away from the area during the day. Use the litter bins, because this is a specially protected area. Zoned, protected, since when the battle for the beach was won, over 300 or so turtles use their beach every summer. So do the tourists. The Poles have done their job and people have cooperated. Today, young and old alike benefit from the campaign of the past, to Turkey's credit. There is information everywhere, including explanations about this elusive creature's life cycle as it waits offshore during the day, whilst the tourists enjoy the place, which is apparently well supported by various agencies. Bad news for dogs though, or speedboats and so on. But are all those other nesting beaches so well organised? Fethiye, for example. You'll see if this can happen there. Today, Turtle Beach is thriving. New research is going on. But it's been a struggle for June Haymoff and her famous hut.
I came to this beach, this Dalyan beach, in 1983 and was invited to stay in a hut down there. It was a community of huts, about 30, 40 families with huts on the beach. Very simple, very primitive. To cut a long story short, I fell in love with the place, the way of life, the hut, everything, and I commissioned somebody to build me a hut for the following year. So in 1984, as I tell in my book, Captain June and the Dalyan Turtles, I came back and I visited the gentleman who had built me that hut, and he came down to the beach with me. He had a large key with which he opened the hut door and said, "Here is your hut." I spent 3 summers in the hut, and because of my involvement there, living on the beach, became, of course, interested in the loggerhead turtle. So the hut is also very much bound up in the story of the loggerhead turtle. In 1986, all of a sudden, all we hut owners were told to leave the beach. We had to destroy our huts or disband them, and we had to leave. This was a blow. It happened in October, November 1986. But it was a government law, and we had to do it, so we did it. Subsequently, most of the other huts disappeared, but I kept mine. I had it dismantled, taken in a boat to Dalyan, put in a field for about a year, and when I decided to live in Dalyan and had a piece of land, a garden, the hut was then brought by tractor in pieces to my garden and erected there. It's been there since 1988. Now, recently, because of my involvement, still very much involved with the turtle, Pamukkaleem University asked me if I might be prepared to bring my hut back to the beach as a museum for their new turtle rehabilitation centre. I agreed. Not only did I agree, but I said, I will give you the hut. It is yours. And 6 weeks ago, it was taken apart again. That will be for the, second time, and brought here on a tractor, on a lorry, and it was put up here. And now it is to be museum come outlet with interesting objects about turtles for the public. And it will belong to the world, let's say, for the turtles, for the future.
But what is the future for these living dinosaurs in Turkey? Through evolution, from the fishes through the reptiles to the birds and mammals like us, these reptiles have stood the test of time, a very long time. Tourism is comparatively brand new, and it moves fast. Can Turkey help its turtles to survive? Akgöl Kaska is a turtle biologist from Pamukkale University who runs this new research and rehabilitation centre, in which June Haymoff's hut is the museum. They gained useful publicity in the National Lottery, which featured a turtle, scientific name Caretta caretta. They want to draw attention to the threats like speedboats, which are banned here, or to the problem of fishing lines and hooks.
Well, we are trying to produce a prosthetic leg sometimes in next year for that one, so that she can dive and she can swim everything. And there's another one here, if you just come along. This turtle hit by a speedboat or propeller cut or both, I don't know, but as you can see, the big pieces of the shell gone away.
The idea of specially protected areas, SPAs, is to prevent this kind of thing. Do the tourists who enjoy a speedboat ride realise what can happen? And do the hotels really care? We'll see. Everyone is pleased when they win a travel award, but in this case, is it a special case?